It's a unique story about not one author, but 5 penning a novel together. One novel, 5 authors.
Whose new novel is called The Painted Sky. And just who is Alice Campion?
Authors Denise Tart, Jenny Crockett, James and Vincent Welch, Jane Richards and Madeline Oliver. This is an unusual project.
Where did this start?
Yes, a notorious weekend away now for our book club.
We take them often.
Which is called, yes.
Familiarly known as the Book Sluts, because we would read anything. We had just read Crime and Punishment. We were sort of idly saying, wouldn't it be nice if we could go to Russia?
And then we thought, well, Trans-Siberian Railway, that's a great trip, girls. How do we raise money for this?
Somebody said, oh, let's write a book. So then we started talking about, well, what's going to happen here? Who is this character? What are they going to do? And we all started getting into it. The idea of writing our own book just caught our imagination and we ran off with it.
This heat beat down from a burnt-out sky. A hot wind prowled the countryside, throwing up willy-willies and keeping birds in their nests. It's beautiful stuff. And who is Nina, and why'd she leave the inner city for the outback? The premise is Nina going back. She's a city girl through and through, but she heads back to a property that she's inherited from her uncle. It was the family property, and then she finds herself in this sort of scenario of intrigue. Her father has gone missing.
Her mother has recently died, but her father went missing.
And they never,
17
no
years
one ever
ago.
really knows what's happened to him.
Well, she's hoping that this trip out to his childhood property will provide her clues.
We were just driving past. Somebody pointed the house out and went, look, there's the house. That was almost exactly as we had described it. It was spooky.
We don't want to give it away because there are lots of plots, twists and turns in this story. It's set, though, in a place that you all took a recce to.
Yes.
A fictional place, but...
Yes, well, we all headed out literally to the back of Burke to research this. We met so many different people and lots of Aboriginal people, and we had the most brilliant time.
and it reads really well. You would never know that 5 voices created this. Denise, what was the process?
Well, people imagine us sitting in the one room writing at the same time. We didn't do it that
Busy
way.
lives.
Well, indeed. We're all, in our 50s, we all have families, we all have careers. So, what we would do is we would get together just to plan and plot and to sketch scene outlines, and then we'd each take them away and do our homework and then come back in person and discuss those scenes, read them out to each other.
And I think because every scene in the book was really rewritten by each one of us, which
to find a consistent voice.
Exactly.
An internally consistent character.
Exactly, and that enabled us, I think, to move forward with the plot and to actually write the story.
This is a novel that's full of suspense and mystery, and then there are the sex scenes.
Now
Yes.
So how'd you go, 5 women writing a sex scene?
Normally when a
Or
scene was put out there for someone to take, we'd all shoot our hands up, but the very first sex scene that we had to write, nobody would put their hand up for. So we decided we'd write them anonymously. We'd all have to have a crack at it. It was quite hilarious. We absolutely knew who'd written what anyway.
Oh, did you?
As soon as they read it out. I kept being told, look, you're never going to finish that book. And every time someone said that, we were just dug our heels in. And 4 years later, we put down our pens.
We sent it to Random House because, heck, they're the biggest publishers in the world. Why not?
Maybe, just maybe.
Within 2 weeks, they basically snapped it up and they wanted to publish it. And there wasn't a lot of changes, I have to say.